Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. जय जय श्री गंगाधर के गिरधर की जय, गुरुनाथ लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, जय गौर हरि हरि। Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for so once again for day 5 of the session. Today we'll learn about chapter 4, which is transcendental knowledge. Here we'll learn more about history of this transcendental knowledge and also how we need to surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead and what are the results of that, and many more things will be covered in this chapter. This is an important chapter. So please switch on your radio, stay away from any distraction for an hour or so. Hold on to your questions till the end. Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, once again, welcome to all for the 4th session of transcendental knowledge. No need to say every day. I hope you all know how do we start this. We start with humble prayers. So request everyone to join me by holding your hands to the Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Om Ishtabhadaya Krishna Preshta Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namini Acharya Padani Tirapadaine Gauragata Damadaya Nagaragaramattarani Mukam Karuti Vachalam Bangam Langayate Girimatripatamaham Mande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwar. Hare Krishna. So, as usually, we'll show our dedication, our thanks, gratitude to His Divine Grace Abhichanana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Founder Acharya, this is called Society. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So before starting yesterday, what did we learn? The 3rd chapter, this Karma Yoga. This Karma Yoga under the acronymic tree, we learned Tyaga. The very first thing is renunciation. So we achieved renunciation, true renunciation and false renunciation. Then regulated activities, how our activities should be regulated. Then exemplary, how we should be exemplary and whom should we follow. And who is a guru, what is his qualities. Then who is a real enemy? The real enemy is the lust. So how we are binding in this material world by the influence or by the pressure, by the control or many things by this lust. And where it is sitting? Senses, mind and intelligence. How to overcome this? The formula A, B, C, D. Isn't it? Yes. So today we'll be learning about fourth chapter, that is transcendental knowledge. So I hope little bit I have revealed in the introduction part also about this transcendental knowledge. What is transcendental knowledge? At any situation, how could we remember about the Lord? Or what is my prime duty, the eternal duty? Or yes, so to understand which decision to be taken at a situation where it is demanding this, where it is very much disturbed and bewildered state. We came to know that Arjuna has surrendered to Krishna at this situation. But are we also surrendered to a spiritual master for the guidance? It's the question. And today it's also the same thing. And we'll be seeing in the portion like eternal knowledge, accurate understanding, reactionless karma, and surrender. The same kind of a story. Another story. I'll start with the story. So I hope you all know about Vamanadev pastime, Bali Maharaj and Vamanadev. So this story is based on where Vamanadev is asking for the 3 steps, and this story is from the second step to the third step. What is the consciousness of? Please be focusing on this. Now, Bali Maharaj was a great devotee. Many don't know this because we know only half of the story. As yesterday I was saying, Karmanyeva adhikaraste mahapaleshu kadachana. Only half of the shloka we know, and we think that is ultimate. No, we don't know the complete shloka, so we don't know what is the purpose of doing our activities. The same way, the story also, only 50% of the story you know, and we conclude that this is the ultimate answer for this. No. You should see here. What has happened here? Bali Maharaj is doing the yajna and Vamanadev is entering the arena. As soon as he enters, he is a great Brahmana. When he was coming, it was something like millions of sun emanating from him. That was his effulgence, Vamanadev. So almost everyone assembled in that yajna, they were looking at Vamanadev. And Bali Maharaj stood up, he welcomed him and he asked, so as the head of this yajna, first thing is welcoming by offering something to the Brahmana. Please do ask what you need. Actually, Vamanadev has come for begging here. So he asked what you need. And Vamanadev, and one more thing, Bali Maharaj says, I am, okay, first it is Vamanadev. He asks for 3 feet of land. And then Bali Maharaj says, Are Baba, I am the 14 planetary systems Swami. I am the master. I possess all the 14 planetary systems within me, in my hands. You ask even for 1 planet, I can give you. It is so cheaply you're asking for 3 feet of land. And once you beg with me, nowhere else you should beg. Then Bali Maharaj says, I'm a Brahmana. Brahmana will be satisfied in what he wants, not that the whole world he wants to possess, because day-to-day life he'll be depending on the Lord. And okay, he will try to give. Meanwhile, what happened? Lakshmi Devi, she is always in the, what I can say, heart of Lord. So now Lakshmi Devi is thinking, the goddess of fortune, how is that my Swami who is Akilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka? He is the Swami of whole creation. He is going and begging with someone. So how great that personality is. She just peeps a little bit outside and says, and that is the same time where Shukracharya sees this and he recognizes he is not an ordinary Brahmana, he is Lord himself, Lord Vishnu has come. And he reveals this to Bali Maharaj. He says not to give this. Yes, you are given a word, but still you are not given that charity. Charity completes when you give that water from the kamandal you pour to his hand, then it is given like. But still you are not given, so please don't give. At this time, it is Bali Maharaj who thinks in depth the knowledge of the scriptures, the purpose of human life, the ultimate goal of every living entity is to satisfy the Lord. Yasmin tushte jagat tushte. Then he says, okay, the ultimate goal itself is to satisfy the Lord. And now the Lord himself has come. And he is begging in front of me. And my prime duty is to satisfy him. And there was a little bit clash between this Shukracharya and Bali Maharaj. See, even being a guru, if he is a materialistic person, he cannot guide you in the ultimate goal. And actually, Shukracharya was thinking that all his possession opulence will be lost by giving this. But he did not understand that he will get an eternal position in the Lord's abode. This is a small difference between even the Guru who are very much inclined in this material. Then finally, you are stopping him, and finally Bali Maharaj decided that I'm going to give this. Then Shukracharya, because he is dependent on Bali Maharaj, if he gives up, he also will be losing everything. So he wants to stop this. So he'll enter the Kamandalu so that he shouldn't pour the water. And now Bali Maharaj is pouring the water to give the charity, it is not coming out. Then the Lord, he takes the darba, we say, the kusha grass. He takes that and he just penetrates into the hole of that Kamandalu. So then actually Shukracharya is sitting there. Then that this thing kusha grass was pricked to his eye and he lost one eye. Even today Shukracharya is only with one eye, is one eye blind because this was the incident. Then he came out. Finally Bali Maharaj used this, and as soon as he gives his charity, the Lord just grows himself to one to this earth and the sky. He becomes so huge. He is just covered whole universe. And with his right leg, he just covers all the lower planetary systems. All the 7 planetary systems he is going to cover. And with his left leg, he just takes it up. And he covers all the upper planetary system, that is Borloka, Swargaloka, then Marloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, all the 7 planetary systems is coming. And at this time, when he penetrates the coverings of the universe, there's 7 layers which is covered our universe, he penetrates that, and there is causal ocean, which is known as Virajan Nadi. So that water, 2 drops of that water comes through his legs, and that water is Ganges today. And it's a big story, how Ganges comes to this earth, all those things. That's why Annamacharya sings, Brahma Kadagina Padam. At that time, Brahma says this and he washes the lotus feet of Lord. Okay, now it's done. 2 feet, he has covered everything. Now our story starts for the second step to the third step. Now the Lord is asking, where should I take for my third step? He has completely taken everything from him. What is there now? And till now, he was the master of all the 14 planetary systems. He had a great respect. Even the Devatas are sitting there. Brahma, Shiva, everyone is sitting in this, what I can say, the Yajna, Shala, everyone presence are there. All the Devatas are there. He is highly respected person, Bali Maharaj. Now at once he has lost everything. And the Lord is asking him, where should I keep my third step now? And Garudadev comes there, everyone start insulting him. Just imagine you are the boss there, and once you lose everything, a person who has taken from you everything is insulting you. And the servant of him is coming and blaspheming you. And he's been tied by the Varuna rope. And he's been dragged like a dog. How we drag a dog? It has been just dragged like that. He's been insulted to the maximum extent. And here, one thing you should understand, it is only the Lord and the devotee have a relationship. That's why Krishna says, Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yasmitatvatah. Ordinary personalities cannot understand this. There's a relationship going between this Lord and the devotee. Now, Lord is saying, let test this Bali Maharaj, how patient he is, how he wants to satisfy me. And even at that insultation state, just imagine what will be our consciousness. We think, what does this happen? How should I overcome this person? How should I do this? Many things in that way. But even in that critical situation, he was thinking, how should I satisfy my Lord? He is insulting, but he's still thinking, how should I satisfy my Lord? And Krishna, Sarvasya chaham hridisannivishtomatta smritir jnanam aponamsha. He is the person sitting in the heart as Paramatma gives us the intelligence, remembrance, and forgetfulness. Comes in the 15th chapter. And now Krishna is saying, even now he wants to satisfy me, then he gives the intelligence. Then he says, my dear Lord, I am the possessor of this all 3 worlds. I am still there. Please keep your 3rd feet on my head. Clear? Who gave this intelligence? It's the Lord himself. Then finally he keeps his 3rd leg on the head of Bali Maharaj, and he pushes him through the lower planetary system. Till this, we know all the story. But beyond this, we don't know. Actually, he was sent to the Sutala planet. And that Sutala planet is more opulent than the heavenly planet. Millions of times more opulent than this heavenly planet. And he was made the king of that Sutala planet. And then Lord says, you have shown what a devotee is. Now I'll show what a Lord is. This is the relationship between the devotee and the Lord. Always Lord want to serve the devotees. Devotees want to serve the Lord. Then Lord says that I'll give this Sutala planet to you and I'll be protecting you. I will be the doorkeeper for your planet. What? I will be the doorkeeper to your planet, Sutala. And because you are living with demons, so all your neighbors, all your friends or relatives are all demons. So you might be have problems inside also. So my Sudarshan Chakra will be protecting you. Then it will be inside your palace. It will be protecting from all your Asura friends and everyone. And I will be protecting you from the outside as a doorkeeper. You know that in Ramayana, even Ravana tried to enter this place. But seeing the doorkeeper itself, he was scared. He just ran away from them. So that way, Lord protects his devotees. And there was one more incident also where in their Sutala planet, always every day, Bali Maharaj used charity to everyone. One day, one lady came and she was covering her face and everything. She comes for begging. She comes just near the Lord and once again she goes back in the queue. There was a queue, she goes back. This happens for 2-3 times. Then Bali Maharaj watches this. What is this? The lady, she's not taking anything from me. She's going back. And he comes to her and he asks, my dear mother, what do you need? Why are you so hesitant to ask? Then she'll show her face. Who was she? She was Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune. She opens her pallu and she starts begging Bali Maharaj, please give my husband back to me. This is the position Lord keeps for his devotees. Even Lakshmi Devi comes and begs. And finally requests the Lord, please go back to the goddess of fortune. Then finally he expands and he goes to Lakshmi Devi, but still today he is there protecting his devotee, Bali Maharaj in Sutala planet as a doorkeeper. I hope you all understood this pastime. How great is it to be a devotee? That is transcendental knowledge. We have many challenges in our life. So what is the decision that we take? Even in this, just attending the session, what are the decisions we take? We have many other plans to go. There's some marriage or something I should go, and my sleep is making me to not get up in the morning. Many such kind of challenges will be happening. Oh, well, I'm ready to overcome that. What is the decision I'm taking? That is transcendental. Clear? And now here you can see EAR. Yes, years is today's. And eternal knowledge. And this we saw in the introduction also, some portion of it. I said about the parampara. And here Krishna is saying, this knowledge, origin and descent, given by Lord Krishna, it is not that it was first time revealed to Arjuna. No. The creation starts from Bhagavad-Gita. By Bhagavad-Gita knowledge, it has been given to Vivaswan, the sun god. In the history portion, we saw that, isn't it? Descended from Krishna. It comes to Vivaswan. And he's saying this to Arjuna, sun god. And then sun god is giving to his son Manu, that was Vaivasvata. And then he is giving to his son, that is Ikshvaku. And down through the disciplic succession. Clear? And now this has been lost. It has been interpreted. This knowledge has been interpreted by the unrighteous person and now it has been lost. So now Krishna is starting from Arjuna. Now the question arises. Why to Arjuna? Why not to others? And Krishna is saying this. Who can acquire this knowledge? That very ancient science of relationship with the Supreme, I am today revealing unto you because you are my devotee as well as my friend. You are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand this transcendental wisdom. Till then, we don't become the devotee of the Lord. We are not qualified to understand this knowledge, transcendental. Till then, we don't chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We are not qualified. Till then, we don't offer to the Lord a glass of milk or fruit. We are not qualified to understand this because my attitude is not right. I don't want to become a devotee of the Lord. Rather, I want to just utilize the energy of the Lord. I need His knowledge, but I don't want to surrender to Him. Do you think all this kind of nature attitude is right? No. You need some help from someone. Try to respect him. You don't respect that person, but you need all his, for example, something you're taking from your father. Whatever the wealth he has accumulated, it comes to you. Your menial service, your menial attitude is to respect him, the very first point. Forget you don't have any wealth, nothing your father has been accumulated, but he has given this body to you. Your prime duty is to respect your parents. Then what to speak of the Supreme Lord who has given everything to us? Sun, moon, air, fire, whatever is you are utilizing, whatever is there, it is the Supreme Lord. And now today you need this knowledge also. Without surrendering to Him, without accepting Him, how good is it to ask Him to reveal this? Isn't it? Yes. Okay. You all should become a devotee. Just chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's a process. Become a devotee. It is our sadhana. Clear? Yes. And now you can see this disciplic succession. You can take, if you all have a copy of Bhagavad-Gita, you can see after this introduction, Prabhupada is saying this. He shows the whole parampara of parampara. Actually, parampara is there are 4 paramparas. That is Brahma parampara. Then it is Shri parampara, Rudra parampara, and Kumara parampara. And this Brahma parampara is by Madhvacharya. Shri parampara is by Ramanujacharya. And this thing, Rudra parampara is by Vishnu Swami. And Kumara parampara is by Nimbarkacharya. In this way, this parampara starts. What is this parampara? For example, there is a spiritual master, and there are qualified disciples who are, what I can say, completely authoritative, completely surrendered to the spiritual master. He has been revealed, he has been empowered, and then he becomes the guru. And he'll be having some 4 disciples, and that 4 disciples become qualified. Then they'll be having, one will be having 4, 5 disciples. This is how, and it starts as branches. And now, we have only 2 paramparas. That is Brahma parampara and Shri parampara. Other 2 paramparas, it's lost. How it is lost? Because they did not had qualified disciples. That is Kumara parampara and Rudra parampara. Now there is no existence of that parampara. Now we have only 2 parampara. I hope Shri parampara, wherever you go to the temples, so all the temples, South Indian temples are all been, all the rituals has been followed by in the Sri parampara system only. And Brahma parampara is somewhere in the north, it is going on. And you know one thing, it is our Srila Prabhupada. If we did not had Srila Prabhupada, even our parampara might have been lost. And he was the only qualified disciple of his Guru, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. He had many disciples, but he was the only person who was empowered. Clear? Yes. So you can see here, our parampara is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. That is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Parampara. Why is this like this? Therefore, I was giving the example of 4 disciples, and that disciples will have another branches. In this Brahma Parampara, this Brahma Madhva, Madhvacharya. And from there it is Gaudiya. Gaudiya means it is going to West Bengal. This parampara is coming to all the ways, and it is going to because Prabhupada is from West Bengal, and it is started from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it comes in West Bengal. That's why we see many of our songs, prayers, everything in Bengal. And it will be in Bengal style only. Because this is coming from West Bengal. Clear? This is how It's parampara. If it is coming in parampara, it is authentic. Or else it is not knowledge. Even Bhagavad-Gita is not knowledge. It is only science. It becomes ignorance to us. Even Bhagavad-Gita reading also, which is already interpreted, which is already their mood and their thoughts have been put into this Bhagavad-Gita. There is nowhere Krishna. You can read some other books. They don't claim Krishna to be God, you know. Oh, Krishna is also an ordinary person. And he says, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. Oh, Krishna is asking to surrender. Yes, he's asking to surrender who's within him. They interpret it in many different ways. So please be cautious. Don't take others this thing. Yes, if you wanted to get lost, you should, because that is your attitude. You want to cheat the Lord. Lord will, because he's sitting as a Paramatma. He knows what is our attitude, what I wanted to be. If I wanted to be a pure devotee, definitely he will guide us. And I hope whoever is here, their attitude is pure. That's why you are here. Don't think just like that you have come by chance. No chance. Krishna is guiding you within, from the heart. That's why you're all coming here. And your attitude all is good. You wanted to be a devotee, so you are coming here. If you not had that attitude, never even Krishna will allow you to come into this. Clear? Yes. Now you can see this parampara. So Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada is the 32, you can see here, the last. Then is spiritual master Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, is spiritual master Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, then Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. This goes, and you can see it is connected to Krishna. Parampara means it should be connected to Krishna. You can see here, it goes to Vyasadeva. I hope you all know Vyasadeva. Was compiled this Mahabharata, Puranas, Vedas, all this. And his spiritual master Narada, his spiritual master Brahma, father and his Manasaputra. So father and spiritual master Brahma, and from Brahma to Krishna. Clear? This is how the parampara starts. There is no breakage here, and there is no interpretation, and everyone are qualified, what I can say, acharyas. How can we become qualified? Who doesn't do interpretation? It's very simple, but we cannot. Srila Prabhupada, they'll ask, Srila Prabhupada, you're so great. You've translated so many books, so many things, so many 40 volumes of books you have done, so much great you are. He says, no, I'm not great. Yes, something greatness I have meant, I have not interpreted. I'm just giving everything as it is from the previous acharyas to you. And all his books which has been written, it is from the commentary of Baladev Vidyabhushan and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He takes from the previous acharyas and he gives as it is without any interpretation. That is the only credit I have, he says. Then it becomes authentic. If he starts interpreting, giving his own words, then it cannot be authentic and it cannot be even parampara. It's very simple. Even to be a devotee, it is very simple. We complicate our life. We complicate all our material, also spiritual also. So why parampara? So why do we need parampara? Parampara preserves the teachings. It preserves the teaching. Why? There is no interpretation. And purpose and mode are preserved. And no personally motivated interpretations. There is no supremacy here. And you know, who is the qualified guru? Who is the slave of his spiritual master? Not a servant, slave. He don't have any personal thoughts, personal agenda, nothing. Is completely surrendered to a spiritual master. Whatever the spiritual master asks him, he does it. Without interpretation and without his own motives. Then is qualified to be a guru. Here? Yes, so he's not having personal motivations. Then, transparent via media. The media itself is transparent. You can see, and it is said, Guru Sadhu Shastra. It becomes authentic only it is Guru Sadhu Shastra. It has to come from a guru. And that guru should have a spiritual master, that is sadhus, the parampara. Then Shastra, it should follow the scriptures. If something I'm saying, that's why you can see many times I'll be referring to many verses. Because to show you that it is authentic. It is not that I am saying, who will value me? Whatever I speak, I can. There are many people who can speak better than me also. Say, reveal this women with many good, attractive things. But when it doesn't come through parampara, it's of no value. How good a tube light, a fan, a fridge is without power, what is the use? It will never run. It is of no use. When there is current, when there is electricity, then only it will be useful, isn't it? And that electricity comes from parampara. When the wire is cut, how can that come? Here? Yes. And what is this knowledge about? And what this knowledge speaks about? This parampara, this eternal knowledge, transcendental knowledge, whatever it is. About the self, who am I? And what is knowledge basically? Please make a note also. 3 points. Who am I? Who is the Supreme Lord? And what is the relationship between me and the Supreme Lord? There's only 3 things. Whatever you read science, mathematics, history, that, this, civics, anything. When it speaks about these 3 things, it is knowledge. Other than this, everything is the science. Here, you know, even mathematics is science. We don't know that. We have to learn Vedic maths. It teaches us how to get connected to the Lord. Even mathematics, even history. When you go towards the history also shows how the great kings ruled, how they were surrendered to the Lord. That also speaks us to get surrendered to the Lord. Then it is also science. If something, but today's schools and colleges, it's completely in science. Because the reality has been taken out and only they're interpreted, this thing has been dumped into it. And yesterday my daughter was saying, she's in 10th standard, and her master was saying something about Mahabharata or something. Everything is interpreted. There they are saying that Bhishma has been married, Vidura is unmarried, is a brahmachari. And Dhritarashtra and Pandu were the son of Bhishma. And there's many interpretations. What do kids, what will they do? This is how is happening in our schools and colleges. Who can stop this? When we ourselves are ignorant of this knowledge, who can stop this? Oh, there is a big team which is sitting and just controlling us, controlling our brains, controlling our mind, everything. What they influence, we just go accordingly. This is what is happening. Helpless. I don't know who can protect us. Somebody like Srila Prabhupada, another person should. Otherwise, we are lost. Okay, then about the Supreme Lord and his appearance, about our relationship with the Supreme Lord. This is knowledge. Only 3 things. Who am I? Who is the Supreme Lord? And what is this relationship between me and him? This is knowledge. Other than that, it is only sense. Immanence. This is the difference between the Lord and the living entity. His versus Jiva's position is activities, results of understanding him, and the most important verses you will see here. Krishna and living entity, the difference in this chat you can see is eternal and remembers Achyuta. And because Arjuna asked a question also later, Krishna, how is that you are with me now? And you are claiming that you have revealed this knowledge to Surya Narayana, that is Vivaswan. And Krishna says, Arjuna, it is not only me. Even you were there, because both are Narayana, you know. So even you were there when I said this Bhagavad-Gita to Vivaswana. But you are a living entity, so you forget everything because you are changing your body. But as a Supreme Lord, I don't change my body. And his body is not made of material qualities as we are made out of this material, that is Bhumi Rapunalo Vaikam Manabuddhi Revacha Ahankara Ityame Binna Prakriti Rashtada. It is made of this Panchabhutas and the subtle body. In the 2nd chapter itself we understood. So Lord's body is Satchit Ananda Vigraha. It is completely transcendental. It is completely spiritual. There is no material body that is possessing. Clear? Yes. Now here Krishna, he remembers everything and is eternal. And living entity is also eternal. We saw that. There is no end to the soul. And soul cannot be killed by any material. That is Nainam Chindante Shastrani Nainam Dahati Pavakaha Nagledayanti Apuna Shoshati Na Marutaha. Isn't it? But he forgets because he is changing his then appear by my own will. Lord appears by his own will whenever he needs. There's a big, no, time will not permit me to say this. In Brahma's one day, only once Krishna is coming. Let us go further. Forced to appear by karma. And we take our birth by our karma, by our previous activities. Based on the results, we take our birth. And appear in spiritual body. Lord is in with complete spiritual body. That is Satchit Ananda. And we appear by material body. That is Asat, Achit, and Nirananda. That's why always we are unhappy. Yeah. Then no difference in the body and the self is Advaita. There is no difference in him. And we have different gross body, subtle body. And he remembers all births because he's not changing his body, but we forget on previous birth what had happened because we're changing the body. Yeah, these are the differences. And now, reason for descent. When decline in religion. When Lord is going to descend? When there is a decline in religion, predominance, rise in irreligion. Clear? And why? To annihilate the demons, to deliver the devotees, to re-establish principles of religion. And Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkrutam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion. I myself appear millennium after millennium. And Krishna is saying, in every yuga, I myself come to protect my devotees. See, you take the pastime of Narasimhadev. We all think that, oh, Narasimhadev appeared to kill Hiranyakashipu. No. He came to protect his devotee, Prahlad. Not to, why should the Supreme Lord come to kill this ordinary demons? You know what is the power of Sudarshan Chakra? He is having a weapon by name Sudarshan Chakra. And it is so powerful. Just I'll give you an example to understand that. In a summer season, when the sun is very hot, at somewhere around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, we just light a small lamp and keep outside. How much light can this lamp give you? It is insignificant. It is invisible also because the sun is so bright, isn't it? The same way, when Sudarshan Chakra comes out, our sun becomes like this lamp. Our sun will be like a lamp. Then imagine the power of Sudarshan Chakra. And the Supreme Lord who is possessing that Sudarshan Chakra, what will be his power? So no need that Lord has to come here to say, kill these demons. But he comes to protect his devotees. Why? Machittamat gata prana bodhentasya parasparam katayantasya mam nityam dushyanti cha ramanti cha. That is the happiness his devotees get. He wants to reciprocate to his devotees. This is the pastime creates. Then the devotees read these pastimes, hear these pastimes, and they are released. Dushyanti cha ramanti cha. That's why Lord personally comes. Once one more thing happened. Akbar asked a question to Birbal. Why is that your Lord personally coming? Is he not having any servants that who can help him? He himself should come. Then Birbal is also very intelligent. He'll say, okay, I'll answer you, my dear. Sometime. Give me some time. So once what happened, they were going for an outing. Akbar, Birbal, with family, everyone were going. And they were going in a boat. Boat is like 2 floors. In the ground floor, on the boat, all the soldiers were there. And it has been constructed as first floor. On the top, it was Akbar, his family, what I can say, his wives, his children, all were there. And Birbal goes to the first floor. And he was playing with his son, a small son. He just goes, at once he takes that son, he throws into the river. The boat is going, he throws into the water. Just seeing this Akbar, at once he goes and dives to save his son. Meanwhile, what has happened? The soldiers who are below, they're already seeing that Akbar's son has been jumped to the water. They all go, they just save him and come out. But Birbal, Akbar, he goes, finally comes empty-handed and he is so angry. He comes with a sword. Birbal, I'm going to kill you. What is that? You are going to kill my son? Then Birbal says, my dear master, wait for a while. You are the king. And though so many servants are there below you. And finally, you did not protect your son. It was your servants who protected. Just an order. My dear servants, go and protect my son. Means they will protect. Even without your order, they protected. Why did you jump? And he says, a fool, where are you? He is my son. So I jumped. Then Birbal says, Krishna also wants to protect his devotees. He claims he is my devotee. So I personally go. This is the relation between the devotee and the Supreme. Still days are there to come. You'll know much more how compassionate the Supreme Lord Krishna is. Okay, fine. Let us come further. You can see three things here. So then Dharma Sthapana, when there is irreligion increase, so he comes to re-establish it. And finally, when there are demons, he will kill them. He comes in every yuga. And next happens here, the result of this knowledge. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yoveti tattvata tektva deham punar janma naiti mameti. So Arjuna, Janma karma is divyam. Lord's, when you just understand that Lord's activities and appearance is transcendental, it is sufficient. Evam yo veti tattvata. Tattvata means as it is. So we need a shelter of a spiritual master, pure devotee to understand as it is. Bhakti Mama, only he can reveal us. Then what happens by this? Tektva deham punar janmanaiti mameti. So Arjuna, then that person is no need to take birth again in this material world. He will be liberated just by understanding this. Clear? Now, we'll come to the accurate understanding. This is the misconceptions that we have in our life that will be revealed today. So all paths lead to the same destination. One thought. Whomever you worship, you will have the same result. That kind of a notion or that kind of a thing we have. And the next is the caste system, unfair and exploitation. Brahmanas are exploiting this, Shudras, everyone like. So Brahmanas, caste shouldn't be that. Many things in this way we claim. But we cannot be Brahman without Brahmanas and without Shudras. Krishna says here. So before that, yeah, that comes after that. Yes. And the very first thing is, first, all paths lead to the same destination, we say, no? For that, Krishna is answering here. Etamam prabhadhanse tam statai bhajamyam mama vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. Ye etamam prabhadhanse. Very clear, crystal clear it is. How you surrender to the Lord, Lord will reciprocate accordingly. Very small example, and you go to a shop, a sweet stall, something, there is one sweet which is costing 10 rupees. You give him 10 rupees, he will give you one sweet. You give him 100 rupees, he will give 10 sweets. Am I right? Yes. Lord is not showing any partiality. How you worship him? You worship him stating that he is a light. Yes. He reciprocates as a light. This jnanis do. And yogis, they say, oh, no, Lord is as Paramatma within the heart. Yes, he will reveal them as Paramatma within the heart. But a devotee, having complete knowledge, he thinks that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, who is in his eternal abode, Goloka Vrindavana, and is personally there. Yes, personally he will show his form to a devotee. And that has been revealed even in Srimad Bhagavatam. Vadanti tattattvadasya jnanamadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabhyate. You can understand the Lord in three ways. That is as Brahman, as Paramatma, and as Bhagavan. And Prabhupada gives a wonderful example for this. He gives the sun. For example, an ignorant person sitting within the house, he sees the light. Early morning, light comes and he says, oh, sun has come. Is it anything wrong in it? No. When the light comes, there is sun. He's also right. But when he comes out of the room, he sees the sun shape, the disk sun. He says, this is sun. Yes, that is right. So in the room he was in Brahman realization. Who has come out is in Paramatma realization. Because he's seeing the form and he's realizing that is it in the heart. And another person who is capable of going to the sun planet. He goes to the sun planet and he sees there, it is Surya Narayana. Sun means it is not a burning fireball. No. It is not a fireball. He goes there and sees in the sun planet, there is Surya Narayana, by his name is Vivaswan. And the effulgence of his body is the light which we are able to see. Effulgence of his body. So, it is new to all, isn't it? Yes, a person who is capable of going, seeing that, he understands completely. The same way, only a devotee can understand the Lord completely. And you know, this Brahmajyoti, some days will come, I'll show you the Goloka chat and say, Brahmajyoti, the spark of Brahmajyoti, one spark of Brahmajyoti is the sun. Is the sun. And that Brahmajyoti is the effulgence of Krishna's body. That's why we need to be a devotee to understand all this. It is now beyond our head. We cannot even take it inside. Clear? Yes. Once you become devotee, Krishna will make you qualified to understand this. He'll give the intelligence from within the heart. Tesham sartayuktanam bhajatam pritipurukam dadami buddhiyogam tamena mamupayantite. Very clear. From the heart, he gives the intelligence. Now, let us come to the topic. So, however you worship, Krishna will reciprocate in the same way. Whomever you worship, the results will come in the same way. Not that everyone will attain the same goal. So that is wrong. It's a misconception. Clear? You become a pure devotee of the Lord? Yes, Krishna will reveal you accordingly. Now, next, you can see here, different paths, different destinations. Dharmis also, they go to the temple. For example, we also go to Krishna temple, whichever temple. What will go on as? We'll have a big list. I need to get married. I need children. I need a house. I need a job. Yes, Krishna will say first. He'll reciprocate accordingly. But a Jnani wants beyond this. Because he is having this knowledge. He goes beyond this. He needs Brahman realization. Brahmananda he gets. So you'll get that. And a yogi who meditates. This comes in the 6th chapter. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. You need his mystic powers. Krishna will provide. Anima, Lagima, Mahima, Vashima. So many things are there. 8 Ashtasiddhis. He can walk on the land, walk on the water. He can fly. He can sit on the rays of the sun. Go to the sun planet. He can put his hand to the moon planet. Take a fruit from there. Many things he can do. There is Siddhis. And finally, devotees live with the Lord and serve him. It's only a devotee is without any desires, no personal desires. So always he lives in the supreme abode. Now you can guess out of this which is permanent result, who is the happiest person, whether a devotee, yogi, jnani, or a karmi. Here, and what we want to be. Where do we want to fit in this line? It's our choice. Yesterday we were saying about free will, no? So we have the freedom, will and freedom. So we can choose where do I want to fit. Now we can come to the next second misconception that we have. Krishna is saying, Chaturvanya maya sushtam gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartaram api imam vidya akartaram avyayam. Very clear. Chaturvanya maya sushtam. Saying, I have created this 4 varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. It is not that automatically it has come. No, I am created. Just understand something Lord is doing. How can that be wrong? It is our ignorance. We think it is wrong. But it is absolute truth. It is perfect. Never it can have anything wrong. How is he dividing this? Guna karma vibhagashaha. Guna and karma. It is not janma karma. Please understand. Shudra's son cannot be a Shudra. Brahmana's son cannot be a Brahmana. Doctor's son cannot be a doctor. Clear? Yes. It is guna and karma, the activities he is doing, and the guna is nature. What nature is he having? And Krishna says in the 18th chapter, he reveals even that. A Brahmana's qualities he reveals. So Krishna says, Samodamastapah shaucham shantirajjavam mevacha jnanam ijnanam astikyam brahma karma svabhavacham. This is the qualities of a Brahmana. peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and righteousness. These are natural qualities by which Brahmanas work. When this Brahmana is having all these qualities, he is naturally a Brahmana. That is it. Wherever he has taken his birth. Even our Acharyas have not taken any birth from Brahmana. Vyasadeva is the mother of Satyavati, who was a fisherman's daughter. Jabali, many things like that. I don't want to give examples. Ratnakar was great author of Ramayana. He was a tribal man. So not that Brahmanas come from Brahmanas, as doctors never come from doctor in this thing. It's the only thing you have to get qualified by reading MBBS, then you'll be getting clear. And now one more important point. What is our birth? How do we are? It is said as Janmana Jayata Shudra. Everyone by birth, they are Shudras. Then how to get ourselves as a Brahmana? Then Samskarat Bhavet Dvija. When samskaras, you follow the samskara, you come under the samskara, then you are Dvija. Dvija means second birth, where second birth comes from the spiritual master. He gets initiated. He gives him the Brahma mantra or Gayatri mantra. That is his second birth. Not only this material body, the second birth he gets from the spiritual master, then is known as Dvija. Then Veda Patet Bhavet Vipro. Who's Vipro? Who's Pandita? Who's intellectual person? Who's having all the knowledge? When that comes, Veda Patet, when he reads all the Vedas. For us, it's only Bhagavad-Gita is a Veda. We are not qualified to read all the Vedas. Bhagavad-Gita is sufficient. Even we can become Vipro, Pandita. Then, Brahmajanati Brahmana. What is this Brahmajanati? When he realizes that I am a spirit soul. I am the eternal servant of the Lord. When he realizes this, then he is a Brahmana. Clear? But what is happening at present? Many claim Brahmanas by birth. Many politicians claim themselves to be kings. Many doctors claim themselves doctor, being his father a doctor, taking some, what I can say, cheating as taking duplicate MBBS certificates, many things. They start being as a doctor also. Many things is there. I don't know how far you all know this. But yes, Brahmana or a doctor, there is a favorable situation for him to a Brahmana because parents are in Brahmanical things. So even kids follow that. When we are devotion, we are doing japa and everything. Even kids follow that. No, same way. But without these qualities, he cannot be a Brahmana. The same way, without qualities. And see, no, time is not permitting. I should say something about Shudra, I thought. We are not even qualified to be Shudras, you know. Shudras are so great. Sometimes, oh, somebody said me as Shudra, you know. Arey Baba, I am not even qualified to be a Shudra. In those days, you should see some Shudras, they used to work in some family, you know. He used to proudly say that my father was here as a servant to his father. My grandfather was a servant here to his grandfather. And today I am serving here. Tomorrow my son is also serving here. Do you think you have so much of pride in saying this? We don't have now because we don't have that attitude also now. We don't have gratitude. As soon as somebody is joining a company or a business, he thinks how to cheat this, my boss, how to cheat the master and have a new shop, have a new company. That is what we are doing now. Yes, we are not qualified even to be a Shudras, to speak of Brahmanas. Then you can think, Shudras are so great. What to speak of Vaishyas, Kshatriyas and Brahmanas? They are the head of our community. No human life without Brahmanas. That's why even in Pranam Mantra of Lord, there is Go Brahmana Ithaya Cha. Krishna is very dear to Brahmanas and cows. And I have to speak of cows, no time. Let's see, some other day I'll speak of. And she is a universal mother. Cow is a universal mother. So many things to learn. You come next time somewhere, we'll speak all about this. Okay. Now let us come to the next topic, karma. Kim karma kimma karmeti kavayo Yatra mohitaha tatte karma pravakshyami yajnatva mokshase shubhat. Krishna is now saying about karma. There are three karma, that is karma, vikarma, akarma. As time is not permitting, I'll just go further in the explanation. So karma, pious activities. What is this karma? See, one thing you understand very clearly, I'll say. Karma, every activity which you are doing is karma. Yeah. And what is one more karma? Karma is nothing but all the results that we have by our previous activities. That is also karma. And one more thing, what is that karma? What you're following the scriptures and doing it becomes karma. Following the instructions of the Lord is karma. Based on Bhagavad-Gita, you're leading a life is karma. Our activities is based on that, it is karma. So it fetches pious. So pious actions performs according to the Vedic injunctions. So the result is pious. So fetches good karma. That is pious results. So your next birth will be in a rich family, very beautiful, very knowledgeable, very intellectual person, everything, because you are done good karma. This is punya karma, we say. Actually, when you do devotional, no, it is sukruti. I'll come to that. Then enjoys temporary happiness. Why is this temporary? Still is suffering in his life. What is real, eternal suffering of us? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. Even a rich person should and must die. Even he'll become old. Abrahma, Bona Loka, Punaravartino Arjuna. From Brahma Loka to Patala, everyone should suffer with this four. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. It's very clear. So how much ever opulent you are, how much ever beautiful you are, how much ever intellectual you should and must die. You will become old and you will be diseased. It's very clear. So, but temporarily you'll be happiness because you are a rich person. You'll be happy because you are a very knowledgeable person, intellectual. You'll be beautiful. So you will be happy with this. And vikarma. What is vikarma? Doing anything against the scriptures. So it is a sinful act. What do you fetch by this? Papa karma, sinful reactions. So next life, what happens? For example, you are harming now someone, killing someone, harming someone, many things you do in this way. Your next birth will be a beggar. You'll be begging. And you'll not have one eye. One leg you'll not have. You'll be limping. You'll be very ugly to see. And you'll be very dumb person. Whatever you teach, you don't learn. Even the schools you see, no? Many kids, they don't learn. Many kids will be very smart. Some will be beautiful. Some will be ugly. All this because in their previous life, what activities they have done, the results now they are enjoying and suffering. It's very clear. Here, there you enjoy, here you suffer. That's why what we are doing today is the result for our next tomorrow or to our next birth. Clear? Now, what is akarma? Devotional activities done to please the Lord. Akarma means anything you do. For example, you want to drink milk, you boil the milk, offer to the Lord. That is akarma. By drinking that milk, you don't get any result. You don't get any result. Let it be pious, let it be sin. You don't get anything both. Papa, punya, nothing you get. And you'll say, even punya I'm not getting. Why? Because even that is a bondage, no? Even being a rich man also, you are binded by that Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. It is simple that you are doing some wrong things, you have been jailed. You have been with the iron rods. It is the shackles of iron rod. And you are doing good things. The shackle of golden rods. That's it. Golden chain has been put to you. What's the use of it? But actually we have to do akarma. That is to please the Lord. You know one more thing. Even you drink milk, it is a sin. What is this, Prabhu? What is saying this? Even eating food is sin. Not only that, meat eating is a sin. For example, you eat rice. That means you are killing the rice. You sow a rice, it sprouts, isn't it? A fruit. So it's a soy seed, it sprouts. That means you're killing it and eating. It's a sin. Oh, then nothing you should eat. Never you should eat anything. Anything you offer to the Lord, then you have to eat. So it is karma free. That is a karma. Just imagine without Bhagavad-Gita, we had lost our life. We don't know what is life, and we had committed so many sinful activities. How much results we have met when God. Now today, Krishna is revealing akarma. When it has been pleased, yajnatat karmano nyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. If you don't do with as yajna, yesterday only it was there. It is only binding. So not done for one's own gain, then enjoys eternal. This result is eternal. Not for this body or this lifetime or for the material world. It is to the spiritual world, it is eternal and transcendental happiness. Anything which is related to the soul, that is soul and Paramatma connection, it is all transcendent. Anything you are serving for the Lord, it's transcendent. Clear? I hope now you know what kind of activities to be done and how we are getting binded here, how to come out of it. And all this you can achieve by association with a devotee. Just being among the devotees, you learn many more things. We'll be able to practically do in our life, or else it will be difficult. Yes, today you're hearing this, but tomorrow you'll forget. Why tomorrow? Today after the session itself, you'll forget all this. So you need association. Devotee association will help you. Now you can see the difference in this chat. Karma, vikarma, and akarma. So karma, work with attachment. And vikarma is work with attachment also. Then akarma, all acts done for Krishna. Okay, then the attitude according to Shastras. Karma you do according to the Shastras. And vikarma against the Shastras. And akarma, there is no need of Shastras because you're doing for the Lord. There is no sense gratification. Why do you need to follow something which is good or bad? You want to follow. When you are doing for the Lord, you are not even least bother whether it is bad or good. You are fighting for Krishna. Arjuna has been in the battlefield, it's fighting for Krishna. His least bother, what will I get? Anyhow, it is for the result goes to Krishna. Good or bad, it goes to only Krishna. So the servant is least bothered about the business, because anyhow I'm going to get the salary. If he is selling for 50 rupees, 100 rupees, whether he's getting 100 rupees profit, 10 rupees profit, how it least bothers me. Anyhow, the profit or loss goes to the master. That is it. So, but we are not devotees. Don't hear this and you, from tomorrow only I'll practice this. No way. We are practitioners. Till the end we become a devotee, we have to follow each and every material, I'm not saying spiritual, material responsibilities as a husband, father, son, all to be followed. Okay, then result, good reactions. And here, bad reactions for vikarma, bad. For akarma, enjoys transcendental happiness. Is transcendentally happiness. There is no bad or good results for him. Is eternal, is in the soul platform, is in the spiritual platform. Even this will not bind him. History also gives some examples. For example, there is many rules and regulations. For example, you're going in a two-wheeler, there's a red light. What should you do? You should stop. Okay. Now I'm going in an aeroplane. You're flying. There's a red light. Should you stop? No. Isn't it? You're just flying in the air. Same way, you are beyond this material rules and regulations when you become a devotee. So you're in a transcendental happiness. There is no need for you good and bad also. It all gives the same result. It is transcendental. It is beyond good and bad. To understand this, you have to become a devotee. I don't know how far you're able to grasp this one and understand. So you should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra very well. And you should get the mercy of Krishna and Guru, then you'll be. Now, let us come. To understand all this, everything, finally you have to surrender to a Guru. That's what Krishna is saying here. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshayanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshinaha. Tadvidhi pranipatena. How to surrender to a Guru? Very first thing is tadvidhi. In a humble mood, you have to surrender unto him. Pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. You have to do the seva first. First, please him. Humble mood, you serve him. As a menial servant, he will be pleased. Then you should ask a question. Every day I'm asking any question. No question, proof. We are all transcendental, you say. Actually, there should be a question. When the question arises, when you start implementing in the life. For example, mother is teaching cooking to the daughter. Till then, she don't come to the kitchen. She will not raise any question. Mother will be saying, you have to do this, so much of salt should be put in, so much of things has to be done. Everything she'll be hearing. Okay. Once she comes to the kitchen, the very first question, Should I light the stove? Because mother has not told that. In that, the basics has been lost. Once you follow in your life, you will have many questions. And limitless questions will be rising. What is this? This is not happening. This is not happening. Why is this? Why is that? Because you are trying to follow. If you don't follow, no questions. Clear? Yes. So you have to serve the Guru. He will be pleased. Then you ask the question. He will reveal you. And Krishna is saying, Upadekshayanti jnanam jnaninas tattva darshina. Because they have seen the truth. See, the self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. They're self-realized souls. They are authentic. They are authorized. He is a slave of his spiritual master. Very clear. He has seen the truth by the empowerment of his spiritual master. Now he is capable of revealing it to you. Clear? But for that, you should and must surrender to him and serve him menially. He should be pleased by your activities. If by our activities spiritual master is pleased, definitely he will reveal to us. Or else never he will reveal. Why will he reveal to a person who is not surrendering to him? Even now he'll be doubtful whether you can interpret this knowledge. You can do many things, so you'll not do that. I hope you are all understanding. You want all this knowledge to be revealed in your heart, you have to surrender to a spiritual master. Clear? Then glories of knowledge from Guru. When it comes from Guru, what happens? Never falls into illusion. He will never fall into illusion. Actually, we're all living in illusion. That's what Shankaracharya says. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mityam. We are in this material world thinking that, oh, she is my wife and she is my daughter. She is my son. He is my son. This house belongs to me. Oh, this is mine. That is mine. I. Many things. It's all illusion. One day you're going to die and you're going to leave it. Many times even makeup-ing. I should be very attractive. Putting hair dye, that. There's so many things. This is also illusion because I am not this body. Isn't it? Guru's knowledge is beyond this illusion. So you don't fall into this illusion. That's why you can see the sadhus and they're transcendental. They're least bothered. This yogis or Babaji, something, they don't even wear the dress. They're least bothered about material things. But many, they pretend. Nowadays, 99% are only pretending. Nobody is virginal. But actually, they were virginal. They were in a reality way. They were least bothered about the material needs. Then crosses the ocean of miseries. This world very easily will be able to cross. That is Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. This Bhavasagara, they say. He'll be able to cross that very easily by the mercy of the spiritual master. Then destroys all sinful reactions. Once somebody is engaged in this devotional service, he will just, all his results, millions of lifetimes results will be vanished. Just burns to ashes. That's the power of devotional service. That is the power of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Why I'm saying Hare Krishna Mahamantra? This is only the Yuga mantra. For this Yuga, there is only one mantra. You can chant all the mantras are equally potent, but for this Kali Yuga, it is only this mantra. Yes. Who can and cannot achieve? Who can do this and who cannot achieve this? Faithful, dedicated, controls senses. Who's faithful? Complete faith in the spiritual master's words, scriptures, everything he can. Dedicated and who wants to control his senses. Such kind of person. And ignorant, faithless, and doubtful of revealed scriptures, such kind of persons cannot achieve it. They cannot surrender to them. And they cannot even understand this Bhagavad-Gita. Even for hundreds of times you read this Bhagavad-Gita. Lord will not reveal, he is sitting in the heart as a Paramatma. He will not reveal you. Till then you don't surrender to the spiritual master. Clear? I hope this knowledge is, you have understood how to achieve this knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita. No, it will never come by reading. Okay. Now, and in today's session, what all we saw? E-A-R-S, yes. It is eternal knowledge, accurate understanding, reactionless, and three karmas we saw, and finally surrender to a spiritual master. Yeah. Yes. And what is tomorrow? Tomorrow, another question being raised by Arjuna. You said karma yoga, then you said transcendental knowledge. Now please tell me, what should I follow? Should I engage in my karma, or I should go to Himalaya and do dhyana, meditate on you? What should I do? So tomorrow Krishna will say Karma Yoga in Krishna consciousness. How to do Karma Yoga in? And tomorrow also I'll say a wonderful story. That story is sufficient for a transformation of the life. Stay in the world. How should stay in this world? Yeah. Then 3 doers. Any action has been done, 3 doers are there. So who will take the result? Let us see tomorrow. Equal vision. How can we get equal vision? And Krishna is saying, who is the Pandita? And peace formula. There's a formula to be peaceful. What is that part? Tomorrow we'll see. And now there's a link in your group. Please do attend to this link. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamudra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nam Kari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tattva Pita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha Etadashi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Madgrisham Echanina Anuraha. This is from Shikshashtaka 2nd verse, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given 8 stanzas. First he says Cheto Darpanamarjanam, how to purify the heart. And second here is saying Nam Kari Bahuda. There are millions of names of the Supreme Lord. Nija Sarva Shaktis, yes. What I can say? Yes, filled all his energies into this name. I hope you all know Ramayana. Just by writing Sri Rama on the stone, it started floating on the water. And Rama felt, what is this? My name is having so powerful. So how powerful should I be? And Rama dropped 1 stone. It just sank into the water. Saying, what is happening? It's only a pastime to show that you shouldn't literally take this one. Then Hanuman is watching and he starts laughing. Then Lord Rama asks, wow, why is this? Then Rama says, my dear Lord, your whole power you are given in your name. So your name is more powerful than you. And later part in the ending stage, there was a quarrel between Hanuman and Ram, because Hanuman had given a word to one person, king, that I will protect you. And he has taken the promise on Sri Ram. Now Ram is against that person. Now what to do? How could he has given a word, a promising Lord's name, he cannot give up. So Hanuman says, no, I cannot give this king, I should and must protect. And finally he sits and Rama says, then you have to fight against me. He says, okay, fine. I'm ready for that, but I cannot give up my word. Then there'll be a quarrel. So Rama, he throws arrows on Hanuman. And what Hanuman is doing? He's not fighting. He's just chanting the holy names of the Lord, Sri Ram. And finally Ram, all the arrows going to the Hanuman, it's falling down. No, it is becoming useless. Then finally Ram, he takes his Ramaban. Ramaban will never come back without hitting the target. That Ramaban goes, even that Ramaban circumambulates Hanuman and comes back to Ram. That is the power of Lord's name. It's more powerful than the Lord. It's only a pastime to show to us that you take the shelter of holy names of the Lord. Yeah? Yes. This is our Lakshmi Narasimhadev. And sorry, I forgot. I did not complete this verse. Tatarpita niyamita smaranena kalaha. And it is said that there is no rules and regulations. And it is always smaranena kalaha. All the time you can keep on chanting. There is no restrictions. And many have many things, or especially women, they cannot chant in the 3 days. That there's no way. 365 days, 24/7. You can keep on chanting. Many will say, somebody died in our family, somebody took birth, many things. No restrictions for the holy name of the Lord. It is the eternal, transcendental, beyond this material. You can keep on chanting, no restrictions. Yeah, yes. So now this is our Lakshmi Narasimhadev. Please pray to him. He will remove all the obstacles, whatever we have in our life, towards the spiritual life. Even to material life also, but we all intelligent enough, no? So we can pray eternal, not for the temporary needs. Okay? Yes. And this is our Gandharvika Giridhari, Radha Krishna, and this is HG. Now, if anyone have any questions, you can raise your hands. Meanwhile, any announcements, let us see from Chandrasekhar. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for wonderful explanation. Today it covered a lot of day-to-day topics. I hope many people will benefit out of it. Prabhuji, other thing the announcement is about asking for chanting if anyone is interested.
Yes. And even existing devotees also, if you want, you can just be in the very beginning, because newcomers, they may not have that practice. But I request everyone, so what is the criteria to chant? You should turn on your video and have beats. And you should be practiced also. You should be able to chant within 7 to 8 minutes, not taking chanting and chant for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, the whole time goes there. No, you should have practice daily, or chanting means already practice. So in 7, 8 minutes, you'll be able to chant. Should have, this is the criteria. You should turn on your video, sit, have beats and chant. Okay. So you can give your name now. You can raise your hand who is willing to chant tomorrow.
And tomorrow onwards, we can play Prabhupada chanting thing from 5:30 onwards.
No, Kirtan is sufficient.
Yes, yeah.
For the 18 days, you do Kirtan sufficient.
Oh.
Because it is for Kannada, they are very eager. They're coming for, we make them to chant. Here, nobody is even coming further to.
Okay.
So let's Kirtan.
Kirtan. Okay.
Okay, for tomorrow, anyone is willing to chant? Yes. Atul Chandrana Prabhu. There is an option to raise hand there. I think you all should learn that. In the Zoom itself, there is a option. Take that and raise hand. There is something called like a reaction. Something is there, actions. There you open, raise hand will be there. You raise hand, you can see that raise hand. Okay. Yes. Atul Chand Prabhu, do you chant regularly?
Yeah, I've been with that.
You're chanting. You have beats?
Yeah.
You have beats. Okay. Thank you. So you join by 5:30, 5:40, something before 5:45 you should be there.
Okay.
And turn on your video, so you'll be in the
Okay, fine.
And please, today you practice little. See the time, how fast you can chant. It should be 7 to 8 minutes chanting. Just practice. Yes, please. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, you can take the name of Atul Chand.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So any questions, you can raise a hand. No questions. Thank you. After a long back, seeing such a wonderful batch without any questions. Transcendental devotees. Thank you. Actually, Kannada sessions, we say no questions, sufficient, sufficient. But this session is good. Thank you. But do please practice. Take this Krishna conscious seriously. Chant regularly. Offer milk and fruit till the 9th chapter. Then I'll say how to offer everything, whatever we are preparing. But time being, you offer every day milk and fruit to be offered and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay. Thank you. So I thank each and every devotee who have assembled today, participated in today's session. Let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Thank you. So now I'll give the option to unmute yourself. You can unmute and say once Hare Krishna and leave the meeting. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Atul Chand Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Hema Mataji, Hare Krishna, Manjunath Prabhu, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Vishantava Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Kavita Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Sharada Mataji, Hare Krishna, Vidya Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Tiraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Mamata Mataji,
Hare Krishna.
Satish
Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna. Yes, thank you to all.
Hare Krishna
Tiraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Yes,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Kirtiraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna to all. Thank you all for sharing the session. We'll continue the chapter 5 tomorrow. Hare Krishna.